this is Lynn, and we're back with Lynn's Real Cooking. And right now we're going to make a summer dessert. It's something that someone told me on the channel that they remembered I made in Saudi, and could I make it? It is an ice cream pie. And so basically here are the ingredients. We need cheap vanilla ice cream. The cheapest you can find is fine. Some basic chocolate syrup, some M&Ms, some instant coffee made into coffee, or if you have a cup of coffee, anything like that. Like I said, I just use what I have and what's the cheapest. And then 20 Oreo type cookies and a fourth a cup of butter. So I took my ice cream out just, for a few minutes here while I start my crust so it's not so hard. And what I'm going to do is I put 20 chocolate cookies in here and I'm going to blend them up. Okay, I'm going to take this off, and of course we need a springform pan. I'm sure you all know what that is, but if you don't, it kind of unlocks and comes out, and that's great because then we can unlock this and take it off, and then we have a beautiful pie. We'll top it with whipping cream and we'll present it really nicely. Okay, so we've got our springform pan, and I'm going to take my cookie crumbs and I'm going to toss them in here to make a crust. And I'm just going to take out big chunks. I'm not going to be too picky. Sometimes I even make a crust of just cookies. So I'm not going to really worry if there are a few little chunks in there. I'm going to take them out. There we go. Okay. Put that back up there. And this is the butter. We're going to put the butter in here. And again, I like to gauge it and say, oh, maybe that's too much butter. I don't like that. But I'm going to try to give you these exact measurements. So let's make this into a crust. The rest of the butter. Let's get it mixed in there real well. And some people don't bake their crust. I'm going to toss mine in there because sometimes, even on a cheesecake, if you don't give the crust a little bake, I've noticed that sometimes it can become mushy, and we don't want that. Even though this is going to be frozen, still. So, I'm going to use my fingers, and I'm going to pat it down. And again, it doesn't have to be perfect. I've got my oven preheating there to 350. I'm going to just put this in for 5 to 7 minutes, crunch it up a bit. And the crust doesn't have to be perfect. Now, if you're a perfectionist and you want it just perfect, that's fine. But I prefer my things to be kind of a little bit more real. And so here we go. We're going to put this in the oven, and we're going to time it for 5 minutes. In fact, how about if we put it on for 7? Okay. And I'm going to take out my cookie, and I'm just going to do the rest of my pie in here. All it has in there, it has cookie crumbs, so it's no big deal. Okay, let me wash my hands. Okay, our pie crust is not out of the oven yet, but once you get your pie crust out of the oven, obviously you're going to let it cool for a long while before putting the ice cream in. But we're going to continue on with this. So what I've done is I put a lot of the vanilla ice cream in, not too much, because you want to really get all this stuff incorporated well. And this is something I just don't measure. I'm just going to put some chocolate syrup, and that's just how much you want. I'm going to put some M&Ms, and I'm going to put some coffee. I have fairly strong coffee here. I don't want to put too much because I don't want it to get all totally melted. And we're going to try that and see what we think of that. So we've got our crust out. It's cool. And here is our ice cream pie. You can see the color of it. And again, you can add more or less. We'll put at the beginning the exact ingredients that we used. But basically what I usually do is taste. I'm trying to be sophisticated here and not taste, but I usually taste throughout my cooking of anything over and over and over until I feel that it's perfect. So more coffee, less coffee, whatever you want. Now we're going to pour it in here or pile it. You can see it's fairly thick. So we're going to pile it on in over our shell. And smooth it out. I see a chunk of ice cream here. That's fine. Again, I like textures. If I do a marble, I like to have a little bit of chocolate showing. It really doesn't matter. It doesn't have to be, picture perfect in that way. I'm going to make mine just kind of like that because I'm going to decorate it. So I'm going to take it and put it in the freezer now and just leave it there. And you can leave it as long as you want. And then I'm going to decorate it. So we'll be back in a little while, probably a couple hours after it's really frozen. We'll put whipped cream and we'll top it for you. Back in a few. Okay, we're back. This is the finished product. It is not in a whole pie because I made it last night, put it in the freezer, went to bed, and I woke up this morning and there's hardly anything left. So I took this piece out and put it on this plate for you to show what it's going to look like. You can decorate however you want. Here it is, Mocha M&M ice cream pie. It must be pretty good because it's gone. Okay, this is Lynn. See you next time.